folks, we're out on the range today, and I'm excited to bring you the first look of the Charter Arms Target Double Dog. Why is it a double dog? Because it's a mixture of a mag plug and a pit bull. It's a multi-caliber, do-everything revolver, 357-38, swappable cylinder to 9mm that doesn't require moon clips, which is pretty cool, especially you don't know what's going to happen in the future when this airs, or ammo prices, etc. So this is a 4.2-inch ported barrel. Good do everything. Only 26 ounces. Came with beautiful wood grips. I changed it out to my branded custom wolf grips that you can get from customwolfgrips.com. We have two different Charter Arms sizes. The 3-finger combat for your longer ones. The 2 3/4, 2.5 to 2 3/4 inch finger grip for your concealed or backup or whatever. You could conceal this with a long drape and get a lot of good velocity. Yet only 26 ounces, 2-pack in the woods, backpack, RV, do everything gun, hiking with 357, very good animal defense, 9mm for cheap plinking. So we will do a first review with 38 and 357 Magnum. And then, I don't know if I'll get to it today. In part 2, we'll evaluate it as a 9mm. Reloads can fit very well from these made for the J-frame, the Zeta 6 sim strip for the J-frame. Good to put in a watch pocket, the sim strip, and the J-Pack speed loader, which you can put together and carry a lot of extra ammo in the winter in a pocket or cargo shorts or whatever. So, let's see how she does. All right, we got 2 targets down range from Targets Online. Pasted up. They're old targets, but I got new shooting C's on there. And if anything strange happens, I will explain in a minute. Seemed okay. And make sure you wear eye pro when you shoot, people. But I'll explain that a bit. Extraction, obviously, aluminum is not the best. But I've been going through a lot of expensive ammo lately. Okay. Let's see how she did. I think I already bottomed out the rear sight pretty good, and yet I'm still hitting a little high with this 38 plus B 158 grain Blazer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that must be a bad trigger pull on me. So just a little bit high, which surprises me. So, 4 is front, opposite, rear same. 4 is front, opposite, rear same. Let me see if I can actually bottom this out a little bit. And I added a little bit of orange tape. Now you can have a closer look at this awesome thing. And the fluted style barrel. Okay. Rally around the valley with a pocket full of shells. Remember when Rage Against the Machine actually pretended to rage against the machine instead of going with them? I do. Okay, let's move back to 10 yards. I definitely torqued down the rear sight a bit more. There's actually more play if I push it down and see how I do from 10 yards. Very smooth trigger. I thought you'd want to see this side of it because it looks so cool there. The porting, the weight-reducing flutes. It's also thinner here. And if I didn't say earlier, it's available in their special black coating and available in a 2.2-inch version as well if you're looking for a little more concealed carry. Though in the winter, this is very light. It balances really well. I carried it to the range in a 3-inch Don Hume K-frame holster. Fit perfectly, but hard to reholster. So I switched out now to the Safari Land 111 Cyclone, which I reviewed. Okay. I don't know if that was me. That's pretty bad on me. Let me do a little more sight adjustments before we try 357 Magnum. All right, it's time to find out together how hot this normal 357 Magnum is. Keep in mind, just over 26 ounces with my beautiful custom wolf grips from customwolfgrips.com or revolvercustoms.com. Just under 26 ounces. You save a few ounces or a partial, just under with the rubber combat grips that you can get from Charter. Okay. Drop the rear sight down a bit. 4s, front opposite, rear same. And before I go on, guys, be careful with what ammo you shoot. This I'm doing okay. Make sure you wear eye pro though. With the shorter barrel, because it's ported, I might be having problems. I think one shredded a little bit because it's TMJ, not FMJ. So porting, you do need to be careful. So please be aware that wear eye protection. I seem to be okay with this. With the shorter barrel, it might be a little bit of a problem. Just make sure you're shooting FMJ and not just plated ammo. And I think the TMJ falls under that plated, which I may be doing earlier. But with eye pro and longer barrel, I think I'm okay. Be careful shooting retention, though. Here we go. Even with wood grips, that was not bad. Okay, I don't know where I hit. I think I was high left. And I did drop the rear sight down. I can still do more. How's that look for recoil? This thing is light and handy. I'm usually 3-inch barreled loving guy, and for carry, I do like Charter 2.2, 2.3 for better hollow point expansion, better ballistics. I'll be doing a lot of ballistics testing. But this balances really well. You know, a lot of 357s, even 3 inches, 4 inches are 34 to 40 ounces. All right. Okay, so they might be maybe they are hot. The case extraction wasn't great. Let's go see how she did with 357 Magnum. And it didn't I mean, considering wood grips, I can't believe I had no problems with this in 357 Magnum. So that must be on the shooter because I got 2 dead center towards the end there. 2 high left, 1 high right. Let me bottom it out just a little bit more. Those may be on me. Haven't done any single action yet either, because if you carry your revolver for defensive purposes, you should be training more in double action. All right, we got 3 rounds of 38 plus P, 158 grain, followed by 2 rounds of the Magnum. I bottomed out some more, and maybe there's a point of impact change, so I'd like to see that at 10 yards again, and let's do single action. I haven't done any single action. And that last one was pretty much dead on with a 6 o'clock hold. That one was pretty hot. I think I pulled it right. So where that last one hit, I may have to review the video. You guys know better than my Mark 1 eyeballs do. Okay, so third hit right there. 1, 2, 3. Third hit right there. 4th, 357 Magnum, and 5th right there. So when I do my part in single action, it looks like it's actually pretty much dead on, and we are nice and centered. 3 out of 4 or 3 out of 5 are on his spine. So let's maybe let you see the recoil difference between them. All right, since I use revolvers more in double action, I'm going to go to the head now, 10 yards in double action. Same thing again. The first 3 rounds are 158 plus P, 38 special, and then 158 grain. Norma Magnums. Okay. Also, if you guys didn't know, Charter Arms and Colts rotate clockwise to the right, which mechanically is better, less parts. It's a smarter engineering design, honestly. Smith & Wesson, Taurus, Ruger all rotate the other direction, counterclockwise. And Charter usually has a tight barrel cylinder gap for good, fast velocity as well. Let me see where those hit. 2 9-ring, 1 high right. Do a 6 o'clock hold on the red. I think I jerked that first one. Okay, let's go see how I did. Oh, yeah. Ooh, bad on me. Bad on me. Okay, 1, 2, and 3 with the 38. So 2 of them were good. 357 there. And 1 I jerked that I called Really bad. I hate doing that on camera. 10 yards. Still getting used to it. So let's run some more double action in Magnum. I got to make sure if my elevation is okay. Actually, since I live in the South, I'll probably use this in target practice more in 9mm. 9mm hits a little lower than 357 Magnum, so I'll have to raise it again later. So I'm okay if the 357 is a little higher right now, because I'll probably set it in the 9mm. So anyway, I just want to do some double action again with full 357 load right there. I did some bad shots. Yep, I pulled one high. I think the fifth one I pulled high. So there. I mean, not bad if I bottomed it out just a little bit more, really like push that down and torque the screw. But with 9mm, she should probably be dead on. And even 357, if I just really push that down with one thumb and crank the screw, it would be okay. What do you guys want to see next? Let's do a little bit defensive stuff before I wrap up my thoughts. Again, guys, hopefully you've seen the unboxing. I think this is a great do-everything SHTF revolver based on the evaluation so far. Before you go to 9mm, I'm going to do some realistic stuff. You're in a parking lot of transitional space, which you should always be scanning left to right and being very aware of your surroundings. I'll find myself facing two tangos, starting off with 357 Magnum, and then running back to see if this... I'm really slow, guys, on reloads, but this will be faster than a slow strip, the Zeta 6 J-Pack. So let's see how it goes. Damn it! Ah! Always reevaluate if you need to keep firing or if they've already jetted, and be aware of your backstop. Okay, I was pretty far there at the end, and my reload could have went a little bit better. We got 1-2 dead center with the 357 mags. It looks like one low left from far with 38 plus P. I got all four in the 8-inch IDPA circle. 3 are dead center in the heart and spine area, or at least the heart, and the left lung there. Headshot, this guy is down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2 dead center, 3 low left, 1 up there. And mathematically, I think I'm missing 1. I haven't found. There must be a double somewhere. I'm not seeing it, guys. But anyway, I think that was, realistic. You should run and get to cover. Get behind a car. Okay, always be aware of cover, engine blocks, tires, that kind of thing. This handles 357 amazingly well. The porting must work, even with a wooden grip, to look super, super cool. Okay, so I think the J-Pack works really good in the pockets, coat pockets, cargo short pockets. You can put 2 together, etc. I think that will end up being faster than a slow strip. This is a sim strip from Zeta 6, both sides. I usually like to put that in the watch pocket, but not for these jeans. The jeans I'm more comfortable in, but I wore these today because then my barrel's exposed, and the other jeans have a place that will scratch up the barrel. So I'll just put this in the pocket now, and we'll see how I do with 357 plus 357. Now, usually, look at my other videos on New York reload. The quickest revolver reload is a New York reload, and Charter Arms is budget price. So you may want this or the 2.2-inch barrel. I think it would make a great self-defense implement tool, and something else for the pocket. I love my Pitbull 40 as my backup, or the Undercover 2, etc. Here we go. Ah! Honey, call 911! When I shoot from kneeling, I don't do it very often. I probably hit a little high. That's my tendency. And I did some headshots there at the end. Okay. Let's see. Baddie number 1, I engaged. Dead center. He's probably toast with 357, especially from a long barrel. The ballistics from this and 357 will be ridiculous. Here and here to A zone. 1, 2, 3. A zone IDPA down 0 style. One there, still at the bottom of the lung. That's not so shabby. We got a good headshot on this guy. All right, guys, let me wrap up my thoughts about this wonderful Charter Arms Target Double Dog. Target Double Dog has the adjustable sights. The other ones are shorter. You choose. I think the option to go to 9mm is really great, considering I just spent a lot of money on 357 Magnum, right? So do everything SHTF, whatever. Perform flawlessly. I found another headshot on that guy there. Perform flawlessly, which is really good. Hopefully it continues to do so in 9mm, so make sure you part 2. Look at my unboxing in case you missed it. And I think freedom. And as I was saying, freedom! And I think this performed really, really well. Thank you, Charter Arms, for sending it out. They did send it out. I originally wasn't excited about getting long barrel. I wanted them to send the short barrel, but it balances so well and kind of gives me something. Most long barrels are very heavy. At 26 ounces, I could pack this, and if I ever did have to go hike or animal defense with that longer barrel, 357 Magnum is hard to deal with. 357 on bipeds or 4-legged. If you want to see me ballistics test out of this with all 3 calibers, 357, the old school load I got, maybe the Federal will just like explode and shred, a little light on penetration, but sure worked good, real good. Plus you get the flash bang effect. That works so good. Nighttime of dropping bad guys to the ground, scared shaking even if they weren't hit. That is a thing. Let me know if you want to see that. And make sure you watch part 2 for the 9mm. So far, I'm really very impressed. So I'm not sure if I'm going to send this one back to him or not. I don't keep all my T&Es because I don't make a lot of money. But, you know, I don't have a long barrel, and most I wouldn't ever use, but this is light enough for carry, backpacking, hiking, SHTF. Again, you may not see this for a long time. Besides what things are pulled, having something to shoot whatever ammo you have could actually become very important, or at least, you know, train a little bit on 22 and 9mm, that kind of thing if you can't get a lot of 38, 357, or, you know, your hand loaders, you got all kinds of options. So please like, share, subscribe, get down there in the comments. Let me know what you think of the Double Dog, this Target Double Dog. Are you more interested? Look at their website. They offer so many different calibers, frame sizes, 5-6 shot, etc. But I love my undercover too. I love my Pitbull 40, and this is kind of a Pitbull 9 mixed with the Magpug, and, you know, taking the lightning cuts and all that. I think she's a looker. I think she performed, and let's check out part 2 in 9mm, see how it performs. Kaboom!